The second half, when success is no longer enough. The most dangerous moment in a man's life is not when he is failing, at least this is what I believe. It's when he is succeeding in life, but the life no longer feels like his. From the outside, your life may look exactly like it should. You've already got the career, the business, you've carried responsibility, provided for people, earned respect. You have all the evidence that says you're doing well. But at the same time, when everything becomes quiet, a question keeps finding you. Is this it? And you tell yourself you should be grateful, you should set another goal, you should work harder, but that question remains. Not because you are ungrateful, because life is asking you something different, or life is asking something different from you now. The first half of a man's life is usually about asking, what can I achieve? What can I prove? And how far can I go? But eventually, that primary question changes and you begin asking questions like, what is all of this for? And many of my clients come to me for that question. Who am I becoming? And if I continue exactly the way that I am now, will I be proud of the man I end up as? The first half of your life is built on achievement, and the second half is built through alignment. And this is where many successful men become stuck, because they don't know what to do at this stage. They try to solve the second half problem from the first half tools: more work, more pressure, more money, more recognition, more success, and with that, more distraction. But they cannot solve a crisis of disconnection from another achievement. It's impossible. In fact, success can be the most convincing hiding place. And for more than 20 years, I've worked with leaders and high performers. And I've also lived as a coach, speaker, and athlete, and as an ordained Buddhist monk. And I have enough evidence to know this to be true. A man can be powerful in public and lost in private. He can be disciplined in business and disconnected from his body, from himself. He can be surrounded by people, admired by hundreds and thousands, and he can still have nobody who he can really tell the truth. And that doesn't mean that he is weak or that he is broken. It means that he has reached a place, a transition that requires a new kind of leadership. And I call this the second half. And there are 5 pillars a man must lead if he wants the second half to become his greatest half. And the first is the body. The body is your energy, your strength, your capacity to meet life. You cannot lead powerfully while permanently being exhausted and pretending that you're not. The second pillar is brotherhood, not contacts or followers or your network. Brotherhood means men who challenge you, stand beside you, tell you the truth behind the image, even if it's one person. The third pillar is belonging. This is your relationships, your family, and your ability to be emotionally present, including with yourself. The people you love do not only need you to provide, they need you. They need you. And the fourth pillar is battle. Every man needs a worthy challenge, a mission demanding his courage and gifts. I've called it for years with my clients, stretch goals. And without one, you will create unnecessary battles and slowly lose your fire. And the fifth is legacy. Legacy is what becomes possible in others because of how you chose to live. It's the example that your children witness and the values your life proves. And these 5 pillars are not separate compartments. They are one life. Success in one of these pillars cannot permanently compensate for abandonment in other areas. You've got to score yourself from 1 to 10 in each and then look to optimize each. Body, brotherhood, belonging, battle, and legacy. Score yourself honestly, because the truth will set you free, as the saying goes. And not the answer that you would put on social media or tell your employees. The answer you know is true at 2 o'clock in the morning. And then which pillar has your lowest score? Which one unchanged for another 5 years would cost you the most in time and energy and money, relationships? And that gap is not evidence that you've failed. It's part of your life asking you for leadership next. But awareness is just the beginning. Intelligent men can understand their patterns for years and still repeat them. Insight without implementation becomes sophisticated avoidance. Life only changes when truth becomes the standard and when your calendar reflects what really matters or what truly matters. When you rebuild your body, when you have that conversation, when you create that boundary, when you call that friend or family member, when you choose that worthy battle or that stretch goal, and when you stop postponing the man you know you could become. And this is why I created the Second Half Mentorship. It's a private 100-day mentorship for successful men over 40 who are now willing to live in an impressive but disconnected life. This is not another course or coaching or temporary injection of motivation, maybe even inspiration. We tell the truth about where you are. We define what the next chapter must stand for and what it's going to look like. We rebuild those 5 pillars, and we turn clarity into decisions, habits, and action. I mentor you directly. I challenge the stories that are keeping you stuck, the lies you tell yourself, and I hold you to a standard you say you want. Because this work is private and high touch, I work with only a small amount of men at a time. The purpose is not to destroy the life you've built or escape your responsibilities. It's to make everything you've learned and achieved serve what matters most to you now. You may not need a new life. You may simply need to lead your existing life from a new level of truth, a new level of yourself. Imagine yourself 100 days from now. Your body feels strong. Your closest relationships feel your presence, and you feel your presence in those relationships. Your calendar reflects your values, and you wake up knowing exactly what battle is worthy of you. And that is not balance, that is alignment. I don't care about work-life balance. You should be passionate and go all in. If listening to this has felt uncomfortably familiar, I've created a second half assessment, and it measures these 5 pillars. It gives you a score out of 100 and reveals the primary gap that may be limiting your next chapter. There's nothing to prove. There's nobody to impress. Just answer honestly. Comment the word second half or message me the word second half, and I will send you the assessment, or someone on my team will send you the assessment for you to fill in. And if the result reveals a gap that you are genuinely ready to close, I can also explain what working with me privately for 100 days would look like. Your first half was about proving what you could achieve. Your second half, however, is about deciding who you will become and what your life will mean. Don't wait for a crisis to give yourself permission to change. Success can remain your hiding place, and only you will know it. Or it can become the foundation for the most meaningful chapter of your life. Comment or message the word second half. Take the assessment, answer honestly, because the next chapter begins with the truth, and the truth will set you free from stagnation, from suffering, from complacency, and from the life that you know you shouldn't be living, because you know that there's a better life there waiting for you, and it's waiting on the other side of action. Action doesn't come from clarity. Clarity comes from action. So here's an opportunity to take action, step into your second half, your better half, and it's my job to give you access, which I have done. But it's your job to choose yourself, to start putting yourself at the front of the queue and put yourself ahead of everyone else so you can lead everyone else better than you've ever done before.